Hello and welcome again to Sell the Dream and Build the Team. My good friends and key leaders in our company, M.L. Williams and Bill Haight, still with me. And now we're going to talk about Chapter 4. We've talked about, our business model, why recruit, why do you build a team. We've talked about prospecting, the third-party system in Chapter 2. We've talked about who to recruit, why, and how in Chapter 3. Now, Chapter 4. What we're going to talk about, okay, hey, you've mastered some prospecting, at least, right?
Right.
And you've recruited a person or two.
Here we go.
How do you get them started? How do you get them started? What is the next step? Now, over time, and we've done a pretty good job dealing with the help of our key leaders over time. At Capital Choice, we have, on our website, this big old training manual thing, and boy, it's got everything in it from, hey, week one, here's your list. Make out your list of people that you know. Here's what to say. How they get out. And we've had some people in our company over time say, well, I really don't want to fool with it. And of course, we've got to get them licensed, right? And I've had people that say, well, I really don't. Yes, I got this person in, and as soon as they complete the training manual in the company, and as soon as they go get do all their stuff online to get their education and get their license, then I'll deal with them. Okay? That is the dumbest thing I have heard in 53
Amen.
years in this business.
I second that.
Because guess what? It ain't gonna work.
No.
If that's what you're gonna do, for goodness sakes, don't recruit them. Because all you've done is hurt. Because it's not gonna work. I don't care. Whoa, this person's self-motivated. They may be, but without some training from the upline mentor, somebody showing them what to do and bringing them in, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. The training manual is a reference. It is not a training system.
Not at all.
Okay? So what do we got to do? What's the first thing? We got somebody in now, and they've got their $99, and they've signed up for their licensing course online, et cetera, et cetera. What's the first thing you got to do with them, ML?
First thing you got to do is build a relationship, Dick.
Okay.
You got to build a trusting relationship that lets them know that everything you're about ready to pull together for them in their business model is to be to their advantage, both presently and in the future. Mm-hmm. So, obviously we're going to sit down and talk about who they know. We get that. But the key question they have is, what are we going to do with who we know? Mm-hmm. What are we going to do with them? And there, like you mentioned earlier, there are some companies, around who have not done a good job at that. And, it's put some people at, unease, so to speak. But here at Capital Choice, we look at a person's market as a gold mine for them. So we're going to sit there and build a relationship with them. We're going to talk to them about what's the next step, what's going to happen with these names. And then the way I see it is that we're going to show them three basic things out of their training. Number one thing, we're going to teach them how to educate people so that we can help them with our products and services. Okay, so we're going to get some training done in that area. The second thing we're going to do is teach them how to get referrals, how the third-party referral system works. Mm-hmm. So we're not able to just let them go during the training. We literally have to do steps 1, 2 to make sure that they're getting it. We're going to get them to come to training also. We're going to make it comfortable for them to want to be a part of our training system because we do have, Bill,
You mean in person? We can do all this with emails and Zoom, right?
No, sir. In person.
No, sir.
In
Thank
person.
you.
Yes, sir. We're going to be at the office. We're going to get to know them. We'll be at their home. They can be at our home. And then we also do Zooms. We have that where they can attend from a personal standpoint. And then the third thing we're going to help them do, we're going to map this out for them. This is what you can expect out of your field training, is we're going to teach them we're going to help them build a team. We're going to teach them how to put the information out there to the person that we're seeing and introduce them to Capital Choice so that we can start compiling a team for them, because the key is nobody wants to quit when there's a fear of loss. And if we instill the fear of loss in them, Bill, right? I mean, bottom line is you don't want to quit because now we got 2 or 3 people going to class with you who are now, you've seen your agency come into play. Your agency doesn't start at RMD. Your agency starts right there at MA. I mean, Associate Marketing Director, that's where it starts. So as a leader, and I'll pass this to you, Bill, but As a leader, my job is to be a leader. As you stated, Dick, we don't bring people on board here to let them die on the vine. We bring them on board so that we can lead them, so we got to do it first.
The interesting thing about that is I parallel everything ML has said. And what I do for the brand new associates is sit them down, and the first thing I tell when I'm telling we're building the relationship, I have your back.
That's right.
You don't have to worry about
right.
that. I'm going to show you the way, and all you have to do is watch and learn.
That's right.
And we're going to segment this into one, you got to get licensed, and I'm going to show you how to get licensed. Not only are you going to do the online, we're going to do classroom every Saturday for 2 hours with you and other people getting licensed so we can ask questions and get answers and be your mentor there. Second thing is we're going to get you in the field within 72 hours. Why is
Field
that?
training.
Because we want to field train you. We want to show you exactly what we do with people that you know and then people that they know. The third thing is we're going to build your agency for you because I'm going to take the obligation of helping recruiting people for you in your warm market and the people that they know. So this is step by step. You never have to feel alone. And the greatest thing about Capital Choice is, and I call it a funny way, you don't have to have brains on top, you have to have brains on tap. So if you have questions, there are people you can call any time of the day to get those questions answered so you can continue to help people.
That's right.
So it is a business, and as ML said and Dick has said, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself.
That's right.
Once they get that understanding, they
Yes.
feel more comfortable
And trusting.
about moving forward, and then we increase the sense of urgency.
That's right.
And the sense of urgency is we got to get you out in the field in 72 hours.
And why is that, Bill? Why
Because
is that 72
you
hours?
need to see how we work and success.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, creating the environment with some of the things we do. Reliance Shield's one of the best ways to help people see that we're doing the right things for folks. So we constantly do that, but we piece it up so they get all parts of the puzzle so they can fill it in.
So if I'm hearing the two of you right, I kind of, this whole simple mind of mine, if I'm hearing you right, the training is the responsibility of the recruiter.
That's
Absolutely.
correct.
Period, in the discussion.
Absolutely.
That's it.
It's not online. It's not looking at
Don't
manuals.
throw 'em the training
Don't
manual.
Don't throw them a crap and say, hey, fill this out and bring it back, right? It is the responsibility. And I heard over and over and over, getting with them, going through this, going through that, setting the right kind of expectations, right? And I believe, I've been doing this a long time, I think a brand new person that's excited about what we do, because people that come in are excited about, they have to have some passion for what we do or they wouldn't have come. That's right. Okay? Because everybody in the world's been trying to get them to do a part-time gig, in today's parlance. Oh God, here, boy, you need some extra money, let's go put you in Uber, let's go do this, let's go do this, da-da-da-da. And I'm not knocking any of that, but this is not a gig. Right. Okay? No. This is not a gig. This is a real business opportunity, right? And somebody's got to train them. I mean, they got to be trained. At the end of the day, hey, here's your login for this electronic application. Go figure it out. Here's what you got to know about life insurance. Go figure it out. Here, read this. Those things won't work. We've got to go into a place to where if you want to build a team, a successful team. Is everybody going to make it on your team? Of course not.
No.
Some will, some won't.
Not everybody makes it as a plumber.
That's right.
I mean,
it's just human nature, but some will. Some will. Over time, you will develop leaders. We're going to talk about leadership here in a few minutes, okay? Another section. But you will develop leaders if you go get good people and you plug them in and you teach them what to do. I believe that three field training calls, sitting with somebody, with you or Bill or whoever recruited that person, with their friends and relatives, done the top three, let's say, they're going to learn more in that process, whether it's an hour interview and then a little bit in the paperwork behind it, and then they go back and so on, and going back and delivering the product and reinforcing everything and so on and so forth, they're going to learn more there than they would in 50 hours of classroom.
That's right.
Totally agree with you.
That's right.
Totally
It's
about our business.
It's called building. It's called on-the-job training. OJT, right?
Yeah, that's right. And that's the truth.
The concern that some people have is, well, I don't know enough. You don't need to know enough. Just learn, take it in, do the studying. We'll help you study, because you didn't know how to do what you do now before you learned how to do it. Yeah. So this is just a different learning, but it's learning with a purpose, building your agency, building your company. We're going to help you do that because you now have a purpose, helping people. And that's what Capital Choice is about.
And in the realm of things, and this is just again a belief of mine after all these years, I've seen more successful people being developed when their mentor, upline, whatever the title may be, okay, help them recruit and have at least one person on board in most states by the time they got licensed. Okay? And in some cases, depending on where you're at, I mean, you could have 2 or 3 people. Absolutely. Before by the time, I got my license now, man, I've got 3 folks, now I've done this and this, and now I got a 10% override. Oh, the overrides don't start when you own an agency. Overrides start at the second level in our company.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
The second level. You recruit a brand new person, you're here,
That's right.
you got an override on them.
Right.
Okay?
Your business is
and
open.
And those overrides just get bigger and bigger as you move up, move up, move up.
And I will tell you, we always celebrate the first check that a brand new associate gets.
That's right.
They can use that to help build others, because it's all part-time. Rarely do we ever bring on somebody full-time. Almost everybody is part-time so they can learn the goods and all the things that are necessary to be successful. And then we celebrate it.
I want to speak to that too, because part-timers who are listening to this training module know this, that yes, you can start recruiting as a brand new person. You just need to lean on your RMD.
That's right.
I mean, because that's your power source. So don't think that you got to learn everything before you start recruiting. You know that you can start recruiting with the assistance of your upline and your team
And your upline is going to help you build them at the same time they're building you.
Exactly.
And that's the key to this thing.
That's the key to our system. It's wonderful.
That's right.
And it works for everybody. It works for everybody. Works for everybody. And again, people say, well, overrides are okay. I said, you got to be kidding me. Okay.
Okay.
As my mentor many years ago said, overrides are the key to the bank vault.
Yes, very much so.
At the end of the day.
That's well said.
Hey, look, you go out there and make a good sale today, wonderful. Yeah. You got today money. That's right, dude. But if you went out there and recruited somebody today, you got tomorrow money. That's right. And next month money, and next year money. That's right. And you just keep building that next year, and that next year, and that next year. And boy, you'd be surprised what can happen.
Yeah,
I'm telling
that's
you
right.
what, over time. So anyway.
Open for everybody,
right? So here we go. Let's kind of wrap this up. We've got the responsibility to get new people started. Now you go say, somebody's going to recruit somebody that looks good, sounds good. Hey, this is going to be a guy, da. And they're going to quit on you. They're just going to get started and say, well, that's fine. But you can't. That's why you don't recruit just one. Exactly. If you're going to start building a team, recruit one, recruit 2 for them, recruit another one, recruit 2 for that one, recruit another one. It's got to be, as you said earlier, it's got to be a mindset. Yes, sir. Recruiting, training, recruiting, training, recruiting, training, getting them going. That's right.
One of the things that I teach all of my associates, as a practice, you need to get into the idea of talking to 10 people by Friday that you didn't know on Monday. 10 different people. No matter what the scenario is, talk to 10 people a week. I guarantee you, if you're talking to 10 brand new people a week, somebody is going to be interested in Capital Choice.
But and also with the caveat with that, Bill, because people, they hear you say that, and they may, especially brand new folks, they may hear you say that and say, wow, I need to have immediate success out of that. But those 10 people, you could still be talking to them 3 months from now.
That's right.
And you're still building that relationship, and you'll be surprised once that relationship is solid. 3 or 4 out of those 10 will be your best people moving forward. Somewhere down the road. So please, what Bill just said is right on it, but don't think that it stops at the end of the week.
Oh no!
It
Oh
continues
no!
on.
But I'm just talking about getting into the practice of.
Of course.
You do that every
Because
week.
if you do that, sooner or later, you're gonna have enough seeds sowed. Some of them are gonna sprout, some of them are gonna grow, and some of them are gonna harvest.
I have one guy on my team that happened to. I talked to him for a long time, and he has an upline named Trent, and he kind of fell off, and then came back, and now he's going gangbusters. Chris is really working hard because he sees this and he talks to people, and that's the whole key. He actually is employed at Intel, and I said, "You have 6,000 people that you could talk to." Well, I hadn't thought about it, but now you can think about it. Just 10 a week. That's all you got to do.
Okay. All right. We're wrapping it up. Getting the new associate started. It is the responsibility of the upline, the recruiter, the RMD, whoever they may happen to be, and it may be 2 or 3 people in your agency now that are going to help that new person get going. Some of them may have recruited somebody, or they may need the RMD's help to go down and help, so on and so forth. But it is the responsibility to mentor and to keep them motivated and plugged in to the system until they can operate on their own. And when you get somebody that can operate on their own now, and they've got a couple of people on their team already, get ready for an explosion. That's right. Get ready for an explosion. All right. Thanks again. End of chapter 4.